Hi. I'm having a bit of a moment, and I thought we could talk about it. One, I have just a wicked, tension headache from my day yesterday. And two, I've been having just the most enormous struggle with what to do with my business. And here's the thing. So I'm watching old videos in the background trying to figure out what the hell happened. And I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I thought this morning I'd sit and I would just look through and look at old video and old content and just kind of see what point did it stop being fun for me? At what point did it stop being enjoyable, being something? And what's really scary is looking back at a lot of my old footage. I remember how hard I was masking and how hard I was trying to be somebody that I wasn't to impress. You need to be impressed, right? You're not gonna watch me if you don't want to watch me anyway. Ooh, that's a sound. You might want to get that looked at. Anyway, I have to take my dog to the vet today because it looks like the toe has become a little bit infected. It's inflamed and there's a little ulcer. He's been wearing the cone, but he has gotten at it a few times. Good God, man! Jesus, is your truck okay? I had batch filmed a bunch of content for July, and then my dog had surgery, and then my truck died, and then my husband's computer died. And when I tell you this string of bad luck that we've been experiencing over the last 2 weeks has been so insane that yesterday I was trying to put my siren, my silicone siren mermaid tail back under that's a long story that you might not know depending on where I'm posting this. Mermaid tails, huzzah. I was trying to put it back under the couch and the couch slipped and hit the side table, and then Eric's laptop, his other laptop, and our Wii U shot across the room. Now you could say, well, maybe your luck is changing because both of the devices were fine. But when I tell you the sound they made, I thought I was gonna die. Yesterday was a rough day, guys. And it seems like we're just experiencing some kind of a spell at the minute where everything is just bad. Part of me just isn't happy with my life as it is right now. And I don't know, in part, if it's because I don't really feel like I'm valid as an artist. If that's part of the problem. And I haven't felt that way for a very long time. I'll tell you, the animation industry really did a number on me. It really did a number on me. And I don't mean specifically the people, and I don't specifically mean the industry. What I specifically mean is how I processed my time in the industry. How I, as an autistic person with rejection-sensitive dysphoria and a fucking pathological demand avoidance and masking out the fucking butthole, how I handled myself in the industry. It's not the industry's fault that I have no boundaries and no sense of self and no nothing. It's not the industry's fault. There were a few really unfortunate people that I got to work with, but largely I worked with some incredible individuals and who had a lot of positive, why was that so hard to say, influence on my life. But here I am, and I question everything that I do. Am I a real artist? Am I a valid artist? Should I switch and become a different kind of artist? As if you can't be more than one kind of artist at a time. And I don't know if that's also in part due to my black and white thinking, where I'm I can't be this and this. I have to be this one thing. It's the only thing that I can be. And I don't know. I just don't know, I'd like to thank this truck guy for making so much noise while I've been filming. It's good. Sort of funny, when I'm watching YouTube videos, I never really give two shits about background noise. Kind of whatever, unless it's something really annoying. But for some reason, the amount of concern I have that you will all just stop watching the second you hear a bird or a car backfire, or like maybe a car backfiring, but like, you know what I mean? Like background noise, ambient noise, like as if it's not just part of the experience. Anyways, I drew a new Pseudoceratops this morning. So that's cool. Little Spinosaurus action up in the corner. I don't know, man. Like, did studies of Triceratops and stuff. You know, I'm not like the most amazing artist you're ever gonna find on the internet, but I think I'm really hard on myself. Well, time has passed. I'm still sitting here, and now I'm on running a mermaid tail making business is interesting, with the world's worst thumbnail I think I've ever made. And it's a vlog, and it's old, 5 years ago. It's not that old, but it's old. And in the video, God. In the video, I'm still sharing an office, this office, with my husband. I've got something in my eye. Really? And it was crowded, and I was working mostly. I had my big table here. I had that out there. And I'm wearing my back brace in this video, and I have my hair braided back, and I have a different Fitbit band, and I'm wearing really loose, like, sweatshirts, sweatpants, and like the signs were all there. What I think I failed to realize, or I've been failing to realize, is that burnout didn't just happen to me. Like, I burnt out, yes. I've been snuffed out, in fact. Okay? But it didn't just... Okay? It's actually been creeping up on me for years. And I was able to push through it and to keep going and to like fool myself into thinking, well, no, this is gonna get better. This is gonna get better. This is like, I used to just tell myself that. And I think what happened when I was assessed and found out I was autistic, the realization that this isn't going to get better, like, listen, you have to take that with a grain of salt. Accommodate your shit, and your shit may improve. But the fact is, it's a disability. It's not going away. It's not going anywhere. It's part of what I've got going on up here, and everything, and it's just, okay? So, but I didn't know that at the time, so I just kept pushing. When I look at what I accomplished on this particular day, and I'm a minute 28 into the video, and I've been at my desk, I looked put together, so I think I took the time to like braid my hair and do my face and stuff at least. And then I made the bed, and then now I'm opening packaging, and God knows what the fuck else I get up to this day. There's a lot of talking, it would seem. There's more work at my computer, I'm just scrolling. There's a rambling rant, freak out at the end of it looks like. And I'm at the point now where there are some days where like waking up is just too much. It's really scary. It's really scary how far I have fallen. Because when you build a world for yourself on a foundation that doesn't support you, it does not structurally support the building, okay? What do you think's gonna happen? It's gonna take like a tiny bit of pigeon poop and the whole thing's gonna implode, okay? And that's what happened. That's what happened. And then, you know, at whatever age you're at, for me, we're looking at about 40 now, almost. I don't know why I keep skipping ahead. I'm still 39. I'm still in my 30s. Fuck off. It's fine. I'm ready to be out of this nightmare. 30 was an interesting decade. I could pass on that. Thanks. I don't even feel like I know where it went. I feel like I had 4 years of my 30s, and then the rest of it was just one condensed, really shitty year, you know? And, but now, I'm gonna have to rebuild, and it's a slog. This is not what I wanted for myself. It's not what I expected. I'm in a constant state of, I should do this, I could do this, this would be better, but I can't do that. You know, I need to work, but I can't even handle hearing my neighbors outside my apartment without losing it completely. You want me to go get a day job and I have to go deal with people? I don't fucking think so. I'm not kidding. Like, I can barely go grocery shopping. And if I can't go by myself. The regression has been so extreme that, like, so my truck is dead. We don't know. It is probably dead. There's a really high probability that it's done. We're waiting on a second opinion. It's been a week. Am I losing my fucking mind? Yes, I am losing my fucking mind. So the truck isn't my vehicle. The truck is actually my husband's vehicle. My vehicle is a little 6-speed sports car because I didn't want it. It's technically it's mine. I used to drive it a lot. And my little hatch. And it's a good car. But I tried to drive it the other day because I need to know that in like an emergency, like something horrific has happened to the dog or to Eric or whatever, and we're not in a place where I can call for help, or something has happened, whatever it is. Do I have some trauma? You're maybe wondering? Yes. Did something really horrific happen to me once upon a time that scarred me basically for life? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's okay. We're not going to talk about it because I can't talk about it. It's fine. My inability to distinguish pressure in my feet anymore and in my legs and to articulate very carefully is really hard. And a lot of my joint like pain and things has gotten worse over the years. And so my hips are constantly hurting, my hands are constantly hurting, my feet are constantly hurting. And it makes for this really interesting dynamic when you are trying to shift and you're trying to do the things. And then I was like, okay, well, it's, you know, I'm not super jerky, I'm not super smooth right now either because I'm out of practice. And I was like, well, I'm going to try a hill because where I live, there are fucking hills everywhere. It's fine. God. And the rollback, the sensation of rolling back, even if it's just a little bit, is really, really hard for me. I don't like the sensation of falling. I don't like the sensation of like whooshing backwards. I don't like it. Anyway, it all doesn't matter, but that is something that causes me a lot of stress. I don't know how you're supposed to pay your bills and recover from burnout at the same time. I don't think you do, and I do think that is why a lot of us don't make it this far in life. It's why a label matters. Like, hear me. It is why this is important. Whether you're self-realized, whether you went and you got yourself a formal diagnosis, what matters is that you know, you understand yourself, so you can accommodate yourself. We are not over here trying to be special, trying to be popular, trying to be anything but understood and given some grace and some fucking space. Like, obviously I don't speak for everyone and there are some trash people on this planet, let's be totally honest. But for me, if I could go back 5 years, and I'm already at 4 years into my assessment. So if I could go back like 6 years, if I could go back to 2020, when instead of resting, when the whole world had to take a collective fucking break, instead I could have taken my break then even and just said like, okay, you know what? It's been hard for a good long while. Let's start figuring this out. And instead I pushed myself even harder to keep going because I thought, good. This is what I thought. I thought, good. Now everybody is forced to take a break, which means I can catch up. That's a fucking red flag. That was like, where's the red flag guy to just run across my screen with one of those giant red flags and just be like, hey, Courtney, what you needed was a break. It's okay. And I know you aren't gonna get one now. I know that. It is what it is, you know? Because you have to keep going. The bills have to get paid. Life has to go on. It's just a wild thing to think, you know? And then on top of all of it, right, the video that I posted yesterday, which I thought would do actually okay, it's not doing well at all. I was kind of reviewing it with myself and thinking like, okay, so I had all of July scheduled. And I think at the end of all of those videos, before I film anything, like here I am filming something, but before I film anything else in that genre, I think I really need to reassess what my expectations are for this channel and what my expectations are, because I don't actually know that that's what I'm meant to do with this space. I think this might just need to be a space for me, which is what it was supposed to be originally, right? But the autism content, I feel like really helps people, and I don't want to stop doing that. Obviously, that's going to be part of this, but I think that if I'm going to do this, then this channel is going to need to be something different, and like my presence on the internet is going to need to be something different, and I'm going to need to figure out, like, if I'm committing to my mermaid business, am I going to try something different? What is the game plan? What is the plan? But like, I kind of wish I could speak to a younger version of myself. So if you happen to be not a younger version of me, but like, you know what I mean? That kind of resonates a little bit. If I could beg you to just take some time, however, whenever you can, and kind of just assess what's working for you and what's not working for you. And if something is making you really miserable and really unhappy, and it has been for a while, I'm not saying it's for sure a thing, but there may be a chance that it's not for you. There may be a chance that the way that you're doing things needs to be expanded upon or explored or changed or altered or just left in the dust. And at the end of the day, we are on this earth for such a short period of time. And we don't take any of this with us when we go. That's what my grandma used to always say. We don't take any of all of this with us when we go. So maybe take it seriously, but don't take it so seriously that it ruins you.
My son, Quill, was gonna go to the vet, Quill. Oh, it was really upsetting. Oh, I know. I washed your face, though. Oh, there goes my alarm. There it goes.
I wanted to show you guys my dress. Isn't it pretty? Blue sky. Highly recommend. Super, super soft. Canadian made, sourced, all Canadian, and designed the whole nine, and not by me. Blue sky. I love it so much. I love it so much. And the material is so, like, texture wise, it's in the best way, nondescript. Like, it doesn't, like, I'm not wearing a bra. It doesn't feel like anything. And on a really bad sensory day, this and like a sweatshirt, good to go. So we've got golf on in the background, but that's Bert. It's not done yet, obviously, but I have a lot of fun doing these. I've actually got the golf on in the background. Eric really likes his golf. And these are the other ones that I've done so far. I'm having a lot of fun with these though. Hi. Okay. Well, you go ahead. Go ahead. There we go. Oh, it's just so rough. Oh, we got a big sniff. We got the big sniff. Whoa! Go goose.
Oh, your leash was dropped. Come here.
Go goose.
There we go. Go.
On today's episode of What the Actual Fuck, look what my dog just about stepped in on. Can you see this? Can you see what's happening here? Are you absolutely... No, I'm leaving you alone. You're good. You're good. No worries. Hell no. No. That is so messed up, Googs. Googs, we gotta be more careful, huh?
Yeah, Googs.
Yeah, he's not
Yeah,
even
Googs.
phased. He's like, yeah,
Yeah,
whatever,
Googs.
man. I'm so chill. I'm so cool. So this is the situation. We've got Coraline. We've got all of the Gru's medication and meds. He's had his ears cleaned. And now we're gonna get down to some hair cutting. Yeah, Goo Goos. So we taught him to lay on his side like this so that I can shave the sensitive region. And then he ends up falling asleep sometimes. So just his little beans, being a good boy. Oh. Hey, oh, you look handsome. Will you? So I was a dog bather for a while, so the only thing I ever learned how to do was like a sanitary area clean. And that haircut is, oh, it's gone. Oh, no, there it is. It's of my own creation. We call it the alpaca of judgment. A friend of mine came up with that name. Thank you, Ren. That was amazing. The alpaca of judgment. That's the haircut. So, you know, when you bring your dog to the groomer, you just ask for the alpaca of judgment. And shout out to my husband for helping me clean up. I look like I'm naked. I'm not. I'm wearing a thing. Peace. So Eric is out running Gru outside for his last pee of the evening. Our vet's really good, and the appointment went well. It doesn't look like he has an infection yet, and we have sort of a regime to follow for the next few days, and it looks like he's going to be stuck in his cone for the next 2 weeks, poor child. So that's kind of brutal. And it's not like we didn't have him in the cone, because it's already been, like, we're on week 2 now already. But he has gotten at it a couple of times, and we just have to keep a much closer eye on him. He's a bit of a Houdini with the cone, and I'm telling you, it keeps adding up, and I don't totally know, like, how to keep my head above water, because I feel like every time I'm like, okay, this is going to be the last thing that I have to deal with for a minute, then something else happens, and then something else happens. So yeah, it's been a bit of a day, and I'm tired, so tired. And I'm a little cranky, and I'm a little miserable, and I'm very itchy. I couldn't have been a dog groomer, I don't think. It's not really for me. Everybody loves the haircut that I give him, and I get endless compliments, but I can do it on one dog that doesn't make a fuss. Like, he's a good dog to groom, aside from giving him a nail trim. But he doesn't bite. He just screams. He just really doesn't like you touching his feet. That's just not his vibe. So you just efficient and give him breaks, but efficiency is key. Just get it done. Just freaking. It's a real sensory experience, though, and it's very loud. And I'll usually put like a movie on or something so that I can kind of judge how long it took. It took me 1 hour and 32 minutes to do his haircut, not including his bath. And considering that when I first started this expedition, it used to take, would you believe it, 4 hours. I would never make him stand in one fell swoop, but I would time it. So like we do it in sections. Day 1 bath, day 2 haircut, right? And then maybe do the ears and the face. And I was doing it across days. And then I got it down to 3 hours, and then 2 hours, and then today is a new record for me. And having my setup entirely in the bathroom makes a huge difference, because where I was actually cutting his hair in the dining room behind me, the dining room, like the fucking table here. Then I was doing it in the kitchen, but doing it all in the bathroom, it's just all right there. It's much easier that way. So that was kind of a win. And tomorrow I'm getting together with a friend. We're going to be playing Pokemon Go. Love Pokemon Go. This is our like guilty little pleasure, our favorite game to play. We've been playing Pokemon together since, oh, when did it come out? Because we've been playing. So this friend of mine, she's the one that got me into Pokemon. And we've been playing since like Red and Blue and Yellow, like back in the day, in the dark ages. Like we've been friends since we were 9. So yeah. The real ones. Do you know what I mean? You know, she saw it. She saw the autism. Did you know that? Bet you didn't. I mentioned it, I think. I may have mentioned it in my assessment video, or I've mentioned her in a couple of other videos, and I think she's noticed because she said, she's like, I think, was that me? Were you mentioning me? I'm like, yes. Yes. Of course I was messaging you. Or not messaging you, mentioning you. I'm not even sure what I've been saying. It's just crazy. I'm so tired and like full of gibberish now, but anyways, I can hear them coming back to the house, so I'm going to call it here. Who knows what the hell kind of a video this was. Maybe it's just for me to remember some of the crazy things going on in my life. Starship log. Okay, well, on that note, I'm off. I'll catch you in my next video. Bye for now.